Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia, one OVA, the first OVA of My Hero Academia that I should have watched after the season 1, but I didn't know it, you know, at this time that we have also OVAs and movies for My Hero Academia. So that's it, you know, I ended my binge watching of the season 2 and right now I'm gonna watch this OVA which happened at the end of the season 1. I'm gonna watch also the second OVA. Like, I need the name of them to tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna watch right now the OVA Save Rescue Training. I'm gonna watch later the OVA Training of the Dead, and I'm gonna watch also the movie Two Heroes and the special, you know, going with it, All Might Rising. I'm gonna watch all of that before beginning the season 3. Right there with this video, you're gonna have my reactions and my thoughts about the first OVA, Save Your Rescue Training, which happened, chronologically speaking, you know, after the season 1. I don't have a lot to say, you know, during this intro, if not to say that, in a way, I'm glad to come back to that moment and to come back to these characters also, like when it happened, the end of the season 1, it was this attack, you know, that the villains, the League of Villains, the first version of the League of Villains did against our students, and when I remember how they reacted and what we knew of them during that moment, like Todoroki, I discovered so much about him after that, really episodes after that, and Ida, he didn't meet Stain yet, and Ochako, she didn't evolve also, like, it's almost like I'm gonna meet them again as kids, as these young students that they were, full of hopes and all. It was the first time that they lived really something which was art, so I cannot wait to see them again like that. So yes, I don't have a lot else to say during this intro, so let's go for this OVA, the number 1. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have videos of advance, 4 videos of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance, which means that on my Patreon they're already discovering the season 3 with me, if you can be interested by that. And if you want to support me, the best way, you know, to go on my Patreon, I'm a little reactor, like YouTube is not considering me at all on Patreon. I have some of you, you know, following me on my Patreon, but clearly it's a few of you, so if you want to support me, don't hesitate to come on my Patreon. If you can, don't put yourself into any difficulty, I don't want that for sure, so if you want and if you can come. Oh, and yes, on my Patreon you have extended or full reaction part. I put a lot of full reaction part already for My Hero Academia, for example, for the 2 last episodes of the season 2. If you can be interested. Let's go for this OVA. That's a short intro. Oh, and I didn't put the backup for the sound. Normally it worked well. I'm not gonna remake this intro. Oh, you came back at that place just after that? To do it again, we're gonna see the real training? See, just for example, Dekku, he seems thinner, you know, like he trained a lot after that. Ida to the rescue! like them, the progress that you're gonna make in just one semester. For you to save Dekku. You're gonna kill your victims, no? He's a good leader! He knows all of your powers and how to take advantage of it. To reassure them. He dies the worried one. Momo! Always. It's not all alone. Yup. It was the first time that you saw Dark Shadow? The part of you is not a tool. There quirks only when it's really needed. Needed and useful. Tsu? Oh, to see Tsu blushing like that in Dekku's arms. Kind of. You are not ready yet to work with him. Now we know that he can. And at the end of the season 2. Playing by yourself again. New flashbacks about your awful past, like... Who the fuck are you? Did you lose yourself right there? Since that long? You said that it was weeks after the attack. I think that it might be All Might with a mask. He didn't come to the training. It's All Might with a mask. Am I into a big denial? And you managed to have Todoroki just like that. Layers. It's All Might with a mask. That is, now I know it for sure. How you're reacting. He's quirk. Ah, between the end of the season 1 and the end of the season 2, you didn't evolve that much, Bakugo. That was a cool move. That's a rare question. He wants to save people in a weird way. That was the purpose of this training. For all of you to not be afraid of villains and to go for it. Come on guys, you can do it. Not giving up. To use all of your quirks. He thinks he knows how to do that. With Mineta Grey, take Todoroki. What is important? To save! After that you can try to attack, but first you have to save. It's All Might! Good job! You planned all of that, Dekku! With all of you guys. He saw it. He didn't want to participate, but he did it. You eat! They're so bad. Ah, you didn't agree? Be always prepared for that kind of stuff. You had to tell him. It was weird, you know, that we didn't see their fight. Finish like that. Because during the season 2 we would learn more about him. We did! And that was so great. Okay, it was a cool little OVA, you know, about really what happened at the end of the season 1. The fact that they were interrupted during that rescue training. Some weeks after that, really, they did the class at the same place, like they were not afraid to do it at the same place with no real preparation, security around that, you know, no teachers. Okay, right there they had All Might hidden somewhere, so that was the difference with what happened at the end of the season 1, but still, they took a big risk. And also that place was not repaired at 100%, you know, the roof, the things, the dome and all of that. Okay, they did it. The first part of that rescue training, you know, about not using your quirk if you don't need to, if it's not really necessary, all of that. That was great, and it's going also with what we discovered a little more during the season 2 about all of these rules into this society, about the fact that heroes, people, to use their quirks, they have to be heroes, they have to justify the fact that they are using their quirks, they can't do it just like that, it's forbidden, even if they are in real danger, like all of what we saw around that. So right there, to have that moment with them learning that for rescuing people, they don't have to use their quirks, they can do it in another way, they have to find another way to do it, and they have to use their quirks only if it's necessary, if it's really helping the situation. It was a good thing. During that moment we had plenty of funny moments, like for sure. During the second part of the training it was about still rescuing people, but in fact facing a villain like they did earlier and how they would react to it. For sure Bakugo, he would go for it, being like, I'm the one who is gonna defeat him, leave him to me, just leave the place because you're weaker and stuff like that. And you know, I said it to see all of them like right there at the end of the season 1, they're young and we can see that they evolved, you know, like for me in my mind I have who they are at the end of the season 2, so I can see that they all evolved. Like right there, Ochako, she was really excited and all, and she wasn't really impulsive, acting like that. And now we know that she's thinking a little more, and you know, it was also the same for Ida, he was talking a lot and all, he's still talking a lot, but now we learned more. Todoroki, same, they all evolved, Dekku also evolved, but the fact that Bakugo is reacting during this episode like he reacted at the end of the season 2 during that fight All Might against Dekku and Bakugo, the fact that Bakugo is reacting the same, saying, I'm gonna do it myself, I'm gonna defeat him myself, you just have to leave the place, to run away, I can be that one, I'm gonna win. I know that it's going with his character, and we discovered that at the end of the season 2. The fact that for him, a real hero always wins at the end. So he has to win to be the real hero. But for me it's showing that he didn't evolve, he didn't change his way of thinking of stuff, and also that All Might, what he said at the end, and also that All Might, what he said during that fight against Dekku and Bakugo to Bakugo, telling him that he's wasting his quirk, that he has so much potential and that he could do better, you know, things around that. We have the proof of it right there. During the season 2, Bakugo didn't evolve. Like right there, at the end of this OVA, we can see that Dekku had a plan because he thought about everyone's powers and how they could be useful, how they could mix them, you know, to have a real plan. It was great because it's using everyone and thinking about everyone best quality, best power, how it can be useful during the situation, it's to make a strategic plan and all, and Dekku is good at it. Like also earlier, Todoroki was good at it, he thought about things like that during the first rescuing training. They are good leaders because of that, because they are considering everyone around them and how they can be useful and their biggest strengths. And Bakugo, at the end, without saying it, he accepted Deku's plan because he sent, you know, All Might as a villain on the direction, you know, of what Dekku prepared for him, all of the thing with Mineta's grapes. And at the end of the season 2, he's accepting to work with Dekku when before that it was totally a big no for him. It's not real evolutions. Like during this OVA, it's without saying it, it's really acting like no, it's just a coincidence and stuff like that. At the end of the season 2, during this fight against All Might, it's really like I'm gonna be the one occupying All Might. I'm gonna be the one trying to defeat him again and again with all of what I have. And again, I understand the reason behind that, but it didn't evolve. To understand that after this OVA, it's bothering me a little because at the end of my binge watching of the season 2, I had the emotion that he evolved a little, at least his relationship with Dekku. Okay, they are not friends, okay, he can't accept, you know, just Deku's presence around him, but during a moment of fight and stuff like that, he can accept to do something with Dekku. I'm not gonna say to work with him because it's not that, but at least to do something with him, to find a compromise and all of that. But it's such a little step that he took, in fact. Now I can see it even more. It's bothering me. That surprised me with that little flashback about Todoroki. I think that it was to introduce the fact that during the season 2 we would learn more about Todoroki, and it was the fact. But it surprised me, you know, to have it during that OVA. I was not expecting it. I was like, whoa, come on, I'm not expecting any emotional moments right now. But yes, I guessed really pretty easily that it was All Might. At the beginning they are saying that All Might is supposed to be there, but in fact he's not. A little later we have a villain who was that appearance but with a mask on him. We didn't see how Todoroki was taken when he's such a good fighter. We didn't have any of his fight, any sound, you know, with his fight and all. I knew it was All Might. The fact that All Might wanted that, you know, wanted to, I was gonna say to provoke them, it's not the good word, but to make that attack again, to teach them that an attack can come at any moment and that they're never gonna be safe. And the fact that Aizawa didn't want it because he didn't want to traumatize them, and I can understand that, but at the same time I can understand All Might and that idea about the fact that they're never gonna be safe and danger can be everywhere, and it's not because right there, you know, they were attacked once that it's never gonna happen again. It can happen again and again and again. That was a good idea, but I can understand both of their points of view right there. And in a way I appreciated Aizawa who wanted to protect his students, and I appreciated for him to be proud of them in a way at the end, stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna finish this video right there. Right now for me I'm gonna watch something new that you're gonna have on my channel for this summer. You will see that, you will discover that later. No matter what, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye! And for the next videos you're gonna have my reactions and my thoughts about the OVA number 2. The title of it, you want the title of it? Training of the Dead, and you're gonna have also my reactions and my thoughts to the movie Two Heroes and the special All Might Rising, and after that we're gonna begin the season 3 together. Again, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.